Hey everyone, welcome to our tutorial on setting up a local Git server on Ubuntu. In this guide, we'll explore how to configure a Git server on a Cloudzy virtual private server. We'll walk you through installing Git, creating repositories, and managing version control on your Ubuntu system. So, let's get to it. As step 1, installing Git on Ubuntu server. To install Git on your Ubuntu server, the first thing you need to do is connect your Cloudzy VPS. Once connected, it's important to update your package list to make sure you have the latest versions. Run sudo apt-get update in the server terminal. Now that your package list is updated, let's install Git. Type sudo apt-get install Git. This command downloads and installs Git on your server. After installation, verify it by running git --version. This confirms the successful installation and shows you the installed version of Git. Finally, personalize Git on your server. Set up your Git username and email, which will be associated with your commits. Use these two commands, git config --global user.name your name and git config --global user.email your email . With these steps, you have successfully installed and configured Git on your Ubuntu server. As step 2, creating a Git repository on the Ubuntu server. Now that Git is installed and configured, let's move on to creating your very first Git repository on the Ubuntu server. This step is where your version control journey really begins. Begin by creating a directory that will act as your Git repository. In your server's terminal, enter mkdir my-repo to create a new directory named myrepo. Navigate into your new directory using cd my-repo. Now initialize a Git repository here by running git init. This command creates a .git directory inside myrepo, which is essential as it holds all your repository's version control information. To demonstrate how Git tracks changes, let's create a simple file in your repository. Use echo initial commit into readme.md. This creates a README file with basic content. Add this file to your repository by staging it with git add readme.md. Commit your staged changes to the repository using git commit -m initial commit. This action records your changes in the repository and marks the start of its version history. And there you have it. You've successfully set up and initiated a Git repository on your Ubuntu server. Step 3. Accessing and modifying the repository locally on the Ubuntu server. With your Git repository in place, it's time to learn how to access and modify it directly on your Ubuntu server. This step is crucial for making changes and updates to your project. Make sure you're in the repository's directory. You are now in the environment where you can make direct changes to your repository. Let's modify a file or create a new one. For example, open the readme.md file with a text editor like Nano. Nano readme.md. Make any desired changes in the file, such as adding a description of your project. As you finish editing the file, remember to save your changes. Simply press Ctrl-O to save the file and then just hit Enter to confirm. Finally, press Ctrl-X to exit the editor and return to the command line. After editing, stage your changes for commit. Use git add readme.md to add the modified README file to the staging area. Then commit these changes to the repository with git commit -m updated README with project details. To confirm your changes, use git log. This command shows a history of commits, including the one you just made. Congratulations, you have now successfully accessed, modified, and updated your Git repository directly on your Ubuntu server. For more information on this topic, you can read our blog post link in the description below. See you next time.